Hello, in this video we are going to look at some special feature on Dancer, uploading a file. So in this example you'll be able to create, we have an application where you can upload a file. Basically we have just an app.psgi file and the appropriate test. In the command line, on the command line I can show you that these are the two files that we have, and if I run pluckup I can show how does this work. So I can now visit the localhost, which just has a link to upload, and when I click on that it goes to the /upload page. I will show you in a second, where you have a single selector to browse for a file and the button to upload. So I can click on the select, I pick one file from somewhere on my computer, and then I click open, and then I can click on the upload, and it's done. That's what it says. So if now I go to the command line, shut down the server so I can look around, and I list everything again, list the directory again, you can see that there is a directory now called uploads, and in that directory there is this hello world.pl that we have just uploaded. So this is the server side, and the other one was somewhere in some other place on my computer was where you uploaded from. So how does this work? How did we implement this? Let me just switch to the right window. Here we are. So this is just the main route that just has the link in it to go to the /upload. The /upload doesn't do much, just shows you a form that says the method is post, and the enc type is multi-part, encoding type is multi-part form data. That's basically the content type, I guess, that's going to be sent. And then there is the input field for the file, and then the button. So that's just the form, and the uploading is done in the next route. So this is the get route. Here we map that the get request goes to this to /upload will be handled with this one, and here we have a post request, which is to the same URL, handled separately. So we have the request object that represents the current request, and it has an upload method, and that can get the file, which is this file. Okay, so this is not this file, not the type, the name. Okay, and then you get back some object. If this object is not defined, then we have some error. So this can be this happens if the user. Let me go back here. So if we reload this page, well, first of all, I have to remember to run the application again, because without that it won't work. If I reload the page, if I don't have any file selected and I click on upload, then I get this error. Okay, so that's when we get the error, when the user hasn't selected anything. So this is when the data is not defined. And then if the data is defined, then we are going to upload it. So we get the upload directory, the local directory, which is by default what I use is having from the configuration object we get the application directory. We haven't seen that, I think, earlier, or in the video about the configuration we saw that there is this up there. So this points to where the application is, or Dancer application is. And we concatenate to it the uploads, the uploads name. So that's going to be the path, the subdirectory of where our application is. So that's what you saw, that inside it created an uploads directory. I also have preceded this with an optional directory name that the person who runs the application can provide in the upload dir environment variable. That's primarily for testing now. So this is the directory, and then we are creating the directory if it doesn't exist, and get the path to where the file is going to be. So we take from this data object, we get the base name, that where it returns the name that the uploader actually provided. So that's the name of the file that was also on the user's computer, and that's going to be the path. So the directory which is on the server, and using the base name from the file that's being uploaded, And we also check here that that this file doesn't exist, so we won't overwrite something that's already on the server. Of course, you'll have to think how to handle this kind of thing when you have several users. Probably each one has their own directory, and then they have to manage not to upload the same file or rename the files and so on. And then we code the data and link to paths. That's basically that saves the file to the directory, and then we just return the text code uploaded. So that's how you can upload a file. So that's on the server side, and then in the next slide we can see the test case, which is so this test case is not really that interesting. It's just checking the main page if there is this upload link. And I don't think that I even actually tested with the GET request the /upload here. But the post request, we have two post requests here. One of them, when we just say post and upload, that's when we basically didn't select a file, and then we are expecting it to be the content to be error. And in this case, at least, I set the status to be 200 OK. Maybe it should be 400 because there was a user error. It's up to you. And this is the one that we are testing when there is a file. So we have a source directory here, which is just a temporary directory. Okay, that's sort of the directory on the user's computer, user's computer. And in there we're going to create a file, and the content of the file is going to be just this text. Okay, so this is the original content that goes into the file that will be uploaded. So this is how we prepare the file. In the test, I could have already saved the file and keep the file around. It's up to you if you want to keep it around or want to create it on the fly during the test process. And then we create using the pass function from passtiny. Okay, we create this get to this file name and write out. So this method basically writes out the content, this content, what's in this string, to the file. So this is how we create the file that is going to be uploaded. Then this is the really interesting part when we're uploading. So we code the request method, send a post request to the upload, set the content type to be form data. So this is if you go back to the HTML, this is the form data. Okay, this is what we set here, and then the content is it needs to be an array. Okay, where we have the name of the field that's on the HTML. So that's because that's the reason it's file. Then it needs the actual path to the file that is on the disk. And a separate name can be, so this can be a separate name that is supplied to the server that telling the server save it with this name. So this doesn't have to be the same in the test case at least. Okay, similarly, probably the user can send in a file and sort of a different name in a way, probably not with the browser, but with some LW user agent or some other curl maybe. Okay, so this is how we send in the request, and then we test whether the response is correct. So we check whether it's 200 OK. We check if the content is uploaded, and then we check if the file that we were uploading arrived. So there is this upload directory that we created here. So there was a source directory for the client, and there's the upload directory. So we don't want to use the default directory inside the application because that has been already used maybe, and in any case we would like to have a temporary directory. So this is what we defined for the location where to upload the files, and this is where we set the environment variable that's going to be used. So this is the upload directory, and down here we check whether in this upload directory we take the file new.txt. This is just another way to concatenate the name of the directory and the file. So this is the uploaded file, the path to the uploaded file. First of all, we check whether the file exists at all. So if it was uploaded, we don't need to check it before that it didn't exist, because the upload directory was created just for this test. So we don't worry about that. And then we slurp in the content. Okay, so this we can just call slurp because the uploaded file was created by this path. And then this is the content that was uploaded, and then we can compare that to the original content. And if you just want to see, then I can stop here and run prove test maybe, and then it just will say that everything is fine. Okay, so the directory was created, upload was done. So this is basically how you can create a form and the code behind to upload a file.